Hi! So today I'm going to be doing a review and a demo on the Rimmel Lasting Finish Powder Foundation. It's the 25-hour waterproof buildable coverage foundation that you can use wet or dry. And I've tried it many different ways. I've tried it with the little sponge that comes with it. And I've tried it with a mini Sephora brush. It's a mineral powder brush, and I've tried it with a dampened beauty sponge. So if you want to see how this covers and my thoughts on it, then please keep on watching. I just bought this a few days ago and I've been trying it different ways. First I tried it with the little sponge that it comes with, and I wasn't a fan of it. Not that they ever really work out well, but I keep it for touch-ups. It ended up being really powdery. The texture of this is really nice. It's creamy. It's a buildable coverage, so I would say that the coverage is kind of like a BB cream, where it gives you a light coverage. You can build it up a little bit, but that's about it. You won't get a full coverage, and that's kind of what I was expecting from a drugstore powder foundation. But I've been looking for a cheaper alternative, something that I can use quickly that gives decent coverage. So yes, the first time I tried it with that sponge, and I looked very powdery. And I know it's a powder foundation, but you don't want to look powdery. With my setting spray after, it was a little bit better, and powder foundation tends to get better as it starts to melt into your skin throughout the day. The second time I tried it with this tiny, what is it? It's a Sephora mini mineral powder brush. And it worked a lot better. It seemed to melt into my skin really nice. And the third day I tried it with just a beauty sponge, a dampened beauty sponge, and that worked really nice too. I find that a dampened beauty sponge, even when you're applying pressed powder, seems to make the product melt into your skin a little bit more and looks more natural. I'm just going to try it with this again today and see which method saves me some time. So I'm still playing around with this, but I figured I'd talk about it. It's not new in the sense that I've seen a couple of reviews on this. There's not many reviews on the foundation powder itself, but it seems to be new here in Quebec. I primed my face with the Stay Matte Primer from Rimmel because no matter what, I mean, I have very oily skin and I have lots of pores because of it, and in the summertime it's so disgustingly oily. I swear I can go down a slip and slide with my face. But anybody with oily skin will totally understand the frustration. So I've primed with this and I've done my eyebrows, as you can tell. So now I will go in with this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Now I've bought this concealer before. I wanted a highlighting concealer that had a nice thin coverage so it wouldn't get creasy and cakey. But in the summertime I was finding my Maybelline Master Conceal just too heavy because it has full coverage, but in the summer you tend to go a bit lighter with your makeup and it was looking heavy. So I bought the number 10 light in this concealer and I just love the way it blends. It's almost like a foundation because it blends so beautifully. It's not as full coverage, but it's summertime. You don't need as full coverage, or if you don't need it, you don't want that feeling. It's been really hot in Montreal. It's a bit humid, so it's nice to have lighter products on your face. So I'm gonna go in with concealer in the usual spots, and I've been breaking out a lot because my skin is so oily in the summertime. The powder foundation doesn't cover enough, and I like this color. It blends pretty well with the color of my skin this summer. So I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm just going to do the really obvious spots. Cool. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with this Lasting Finish Powder Foundation from Rimmel, and I'll be using my little Sephora brush. Does it have a number? It's 45 and a half because it's half this size. Okay. Well, first I am going to set my under eye with my Real Technique setting brush, just because I don't want it to be too heavy under the eye. but I'm setting it with this powder. And now this. So I dab it into the foundation and then I dab it onto my face, and then I'll brush down a little bit. So you can see half of my face is a bit more smoother. It's not, as you can tell, it's not super full coverage. It is a bit buildable, but at least it smooths things out. Okay, I forgot to mention that this is a dual dry and wet powder foundation. So the reason why my dampened sponge did a little bit better is because when this is wet, it gives a bit more coverage, and the sponge, like I said, melts the product a bit more in your skin. But this brush is doing a fantastic job of giving me some coverage without looking too powdery. It boils down to personal preference, or whichever one works for you, or whatever you have time for. So yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not super coverage, but I also do look much more even than I did before. So yes, and that's it for that. What I'm going to do now is do the rest of the makeup that I've been doing in the summer. If I think of it, I use the Quo liquid highlighter before I put on the foundation, but I've already put on the powder foundation, so I'm done with any cream products. So I'll just go in and do my face like I do for everyday super hot weather. And we're going to the beach today, so I just want to look a little bit more polished and awake. So I'm going in with the usual Rimmel natural bronzer. Oh, I picked up this really cute Rimmel quad. It's called Glam Eyes in Sun Safari, and I was first attracted to this because of this pretty rose gold color. But I'm just going to take this lighter color here and do the tear ducts of my eyes and the brow bone. And then I'll take it and I'll put a little bit on my cheeks and on my lips just to give some dimension to my face. And also, I look less flat and powdery. Gonna curl my eyelashes quickly, and I'm just gonna put one or two really light coats of mascara. I still need to have my mascara. I still need it to look awake and polished, but I'm not gonna put a lot because it's hot, it's humid, and I plan on splashing at the beach later. So just enough to give my eyes a little bit more life. So lately I've been really loving this gloss. It's Maybelline, the Elixir, and this is the color Captivating Carnation. And it's super moisturizing. It gives a nice little hint of color. If I find that I only have time to put some bronzer, I like to give my face some more life with a rosier lip gloss. But it's almost like my natural color, just a little better. With the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. It's okay. I kind of expected it to be a little bit more mattifying, but I'm not sure if it's so warm out that it's not going to work as well as I'd like unless I bought maybe a more expensive brand. I don't know, but it does do a nice job of keeping your makeup a bit more long lasting and a little bit more matte, but it has a nice way of settling any of the powders on your face, and it brings out your highlight anywhere that you put it. I concentrate it mostly on the center of my face. So there you have it. I mean, it's almost like a no makeup look, honestly. But with these hot summer days, you don't want a ton of stuff on your face. It's gonna melt off anyways, unless you're working in an office with air conditioning, and then, your makeup can last longer. But most of the time I'm outside running around in here working or whatnot. So this is the makeup I've been sporting most days. If I'm not gonna go swimming, then I might put a little bit of eyeshadow and eyeliner and a bit more mascara, but really I'm happy with this. So you can see how this looks. I wouldn't say it covers a lot of pores, so it's important to go in with a primer beforehand if you have a lot of pores. They do have a primer that matches this, and I don't know how it works. I didn't buy it because I have one, and it's been working for me so far. So that is it for today. And like I said, if you've tried this powder foundation, if you tried the matching primer that it comes with it, then let me know your thoughts. And if you guys know of any other decent drugstore powder foundations, then by all means let me know, because with my oily skin and my desire to sometimes save time, I'd love to know about other products. And I think this would be really beautiful over your regular foundation if you dust it with a very fluffy brush so that it's not too cakey. But I'm going to try that. I think it would be really good because it's nice and creamy. It's not chalky. But yes, that's about it. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.